So we are done with the initial stage, and the business end of World Cup shall kickstart tomorrow. So your thoughts? And I was rather surprised when we did the pre-tournament video, and you tipped, and for a change, you said that India is one of the favorites, and you gave a lot of chance to England as well. Okay, before analyzing or predicting tomorrow's match, I would like to know from you what went wrong with England.
Nothing actually.
Mm.
It's just that they weren't apparently, in a way, willing to play this World Cup. I will put it that way, in the sense that most of the England players don't seem to be enjoying one day cricket. They are more into T20 mode, and most of the batters they would like to play T20 even in Test match. The way they have been playing that boss ball and everything. Of course, in the recent Australian series, that boss ball was in a way uh, curtailed, or in a way it was a constrained affair. Still, I think one-day cricket is no longer in the vogue in England. That's the reason behind they're not being able to come up with the performance that we all expected. Actually, I didn't exactly. In a way, I think of course, I never expected them to fare the way they did. But England were not my favorites because they have bits and pieces, and the bits and pieces sometimes can cut both ways. I still remember Imran Khan saying, the great Imran Khan saying, "Pardon me for uh, holding Pakistan in high esteem. He richly deserves that. That's the reason. Nationalities apart, he's a fantastic captain. Okay, he still is. I think if you are given, if you give captaincy to Imran Khan even now, I think he can take Pakistan to a completely different level. Okay, so fine. He once said that the bits and pieces don't work sometimes. In fact, most times you have to go for specialists, and that's the reason behind my tipping India to become the side they are right now. I still say that. I would like you to come up with the next question if I
Yeah,
continue.
I was about to come to Pakistan as well. And I also felt that if they have a captain like Imran Khan, I think he can galvanize this team into a winning
Fantastic
combination.
side. I don't know why these Pakistani players are struggling. Uh, the only problem they have is the middle order. Okay, Fakhar Zaman is okay. Imamullah, fine. They have Ashad Shafiq, it's fine. Okay, Babar Azam and Mohammad Rizwan are as good as anyone. Okay, then that's the problem. The South Shakil, the Raw Iftikhar, that mm, uh, well, I don't exactly remember some Agha Salman, okay, the Shadab Khan. They come up with that, Muhammad Nawaz, or well, these people. I don't think they are part. They are part as yet. I think they still have better talent in Pakistan. And Pakistan is a country which is full of talent, like Saurav Ganguly recently said that Pakistan is a talent hub. It's just that the management is not quite there. That's the reason behind their not being able to come up to the expectations of the general public. And we all love Pakistani cricketers. We don't. We always hate Pakistan being
And secretly admire as well.
we don't exactly admire Pakistan as such. We
I mean,
admire
the talent.
Pakistani cricketers. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah,
the
absolutely.
talent.
Yeah.
Obviously, Wasim Akram is still the number one fast bowler, irrespective of what people may think. Those the memers and everything, they come up with such ridiculous stuff. He is the greatest left arm the pacer the world has ever seen. Okay, we have an Imran Khan who is one of the, if not the best captain in the world. We have what to say we used to have Abdul Kader, fantastic leg spinner. Javed Mianda, they used to have. It's just a Wahar, So many we can go and on, and will be.
They used to bash India like anything.
How that was a terrible, terrible experience. I used to feel. I mean, when I was in school in Sharjah, Once the match used to happen in Sharjah, we always used to come to a conclusion even before the start of the match that India would lose and Pakistan would go on to win, and we were prepared for all those pre or post match analyses and the moods that we used to have after having come from school. Okay, we used to say 135 for 7. Okay, chasing 260, 270. Absolutely no chance. So all these things used to happen, but the tide has turned completely dipped I mean, in our favor. Okay, so very happy, but yeah, the management has to be much better than what it is right now. I mean, the same with Sri Lanka, the same with uh, who else? South Africa too. Although South Africa has done really
I
very well.
think they have exceeded your
They are
expectations.
punched
You
above the weight.
simply
Surely, they
wrote them off.
exceeded the expectations. I simply wrote them off initially. I
Mm.
never thought that they would come to this level. But again, they are very poor chasers. They are still very deficient when it comes to chasing. They are very good setters of target, but only because the others are not exactly playing to their potential. Like Australia, they dropped some 10 to 12 catches, if I, if I remember right. And they came up with 350 or something. Okay, when while chasing also they were not exactly the Australian cricketers we always associate cricket with. But now they will be steamrolled, they will be completely crushed. I desperately hope not, because I love South Africa like anything. I really hope they come up with a performance which can stun Australia, but I don't expect them to win. I really sincerely hope they win. Yeah,
So the finally India New Zealand, an encore of 2019.
definitely. Uh,
Encore in the
Encore in the
sense
sense
that
that
yeah, again India and New
yeah,
Zealand
again
are
India
meeting in
and
the
New Zealand
semis.
are meeting in the semis, not the result. Okay, I dare say that each and every player in the 11 plays to his potential, brings about his A game. New Zealand has absolutely no chance, because our A game is much better than any other team's A game. Okay. Now, if semi-final pressure, the crowd, the so many people's expectations, everything, if these things weigh our players down, can't say. I mean, the conditions change, okay, like they did in the previous semi-final. We were really very unlucky. I still say that New Zealand was the luckiest team in this World Cup. Even in the previous World Cup, who did they beat in this World Cup? They beat a struggling England. They beat Netherlands. They beat Sri Lanka. Okay, they beat Afghanistan, and they beat Bangladesh. Okay, yeah, these are the teams they beat, and they came to that semi-final only because other teams didn't quite perform well. Fine. And the same thing happened to them last year also. Okay, it's only because of the fact that Australia was beaten by South Africa in 2019. They had to face India at a place where rain was expected, and rain did fall. And as a result of that, as a result, day was there, and the match got postponed to the next day, and India had to start from scratch. I mean, in a way, they needed to bat in a condition was completely alien to us. And even if, say, Don Brodman or Gary Sobbers played, they would still have gotten out. Okay, those were the conditions we had to play. Still, we could give them a massive fight thanks to the great MSD and a fantastic, Ravindra Jadeja. We were almost there. It's just that our that 9-10 jack problem that what's it? Anyway, that was the reason behind our not being able to win. Fine, but this time, like I said, if each and every player plays to his potential, New Zealand has absolutely no chance. But yeah, again, that semi-final burden, the pressure and everything. We have perhaps the best bowling lineup on Indian pitches in Indian conditions, definitely, because we have a Bumrah, we have a Shami, we have a Siraj, we have a Kuldeep Yadav, we have a Ravindra Jadeja, who on their day can beat anyone. I mean, look at Steve Smith. Okay, Ajay Jadeja, I mean, I keep saying Ajay Jadeja, I'm really sorry. Ravindra Jadeja keeps beating him with that ball that turns away. Okay, he gets castled. I mean, Steve Smith makes mincemeat of our attack time and time again. But when it comes up against Ravindra Jadeja, he's not this Steve Smith that we all know. Same thing with Glenn Maxwell too. Okay, he's not the Glenn Maxwell that we associate the Australian cricket and other teams with. When it comes to India, okay, India seems to have gotten the measure of him. So that's what I say. We have the best bowling lineup. We definitely have certain players who can win matches on their own with the bat. Rohit Sharma, Virat Kohli, Shubman Gill, you name them. Okay, we have a Shreyas Iyer who has been batting brilliantly. Of course, he still has that short pitch problem. Okay, once the ball comes, he's just, I don't exactly back him to succeed, especially when it comes at pace. Okay, then okay, fine. That's a different matter altogether. But he has that potential. Okay, Surya Kumar Yadav, I'm a huge fan of his. Okay, and then Rahul, the way he batted, that flick shot he comes up with, I never saw anyone play like that. Okay, with such confidence. All these things, they're all match winners. So we have plenty of match winners that definitely will augur really very well for us. And I'm really hopeful. I'm really very hopeful for the first time maybe in my life that I still say that India are definitely the favorites.
Okay, let's see. Hope we'll do a post-match video tomorrow in a positive environment. And I think Rahul Dravid deserves this.
Rahul
Deserves
Dravid
this cup.
richly deserves this. Of course, Ravi Shastri also did deserve. Okay. The
Yeah,
way he,
the
like
way
you
he
said,
handled the team,
analyzed,
and yes, very
handled him.
much. And
He had his own way. Okay, people had written so many negative comments. I mean, so came up with such ridiculous crap and everything. But I still say that Ravi Shastri was a fantastic coach. Okay, the way they handled Australia in Australia, hats off. Okay, even the presence of, I mean, absence of Virat Kohli and certain seniors, it was an absolute crackerjack of a performance. I mean, nothing that is, I mean, winning in Australia against Australia is nothing short of a World Cup glory. Okay, surely. Okay, very few people, very
especially under the conditions that they had to play,
absolutely,
I think
absolutely. They
they must
lost the
have,
first match.
yeah,
They were all out for
the manner
36.
in which
The
they
manner
lost
in
it.
which they lost, they were ahead of the game, but they fell like nine pins. From there, they could withstand that Gaba. I mean, sorry, that Sydney. That Sydney is Ashwin and Hanuma Vihari, the way they played. And finally, the Gravatar or whatever it is, I mean, the way they performed, Rishabh Pant, it was an absolute crackerjack. It was unbelievable, unforgettable victory. Ravi Shastri also is a fantastic coach. Yeah, Rahul Dravid being both of us, his aces,
I think the
really, really
entire
hopeful.
country admires him and for their contribution. Of course, he was, he contributed more in Test cricket. One day is not what you associate Rahul Dravid with. Still, I think given his contribution to Indian cricket, I think he richly deserves a World Cup.
Definitely.
Tendulkar, we felt the same thing for Tendulkar also, and he played in the last World Cup. I mean,
Right.
the last World Cup that India won,
Right.
2011.
Right.
So similarly, I feel the nation, I think,
Yeah,
owes a World Cup to Rahul Dravid.
let's hope so.